The movie The 800 is a Chinese war film that is set in the context of the Battle of Shanghai during the Second Sino-Japanese War. The Battle of Shanghai took place in 1937, and it was critical engagement between the Chinese and the Japanese forces. The film portrays the bravery and resilience between the Chinese soldiers defending a warehouse against overwhelming odds during the battle. The social-cultural context in the film reflects the spirit of resistance, sacrifice, and patriotism during a tumultuous period in Chinese history. It also highlights the human cost of war and the impact of conflict on ordinary people. The film's portrayal of heroism and the struggle for survival resonates with the themes of national identity, resilience, and the human experience in times of war. The director Guan Hu and his films are known for their realism, social commentary, and exploration of human nature. He often tackles sensitive and controversial topics such as corruption, poverty, and social inequality. The genre of the film The 800 is a hybrid genre of war, action, and drama. In both the scene and the entire film, the war is showcased in both third and first person perspectives, actively focusing on different characters constantly throughout the film. Iconography linking to the war and action genre includes guns, artillery, explosions, shields, military uniforms, visual effects, grenades, and handheld shots. Iconography linking to the drama genre includes close-ups to present characters' facial expressions such as fear, compassion, or hope, and visual metaphors and evocative settings. Throughout the scene, there are many uses of light and shadow that can symbolize hope and despair. In addition, the scenes inside the building are unsaturated and they have low-key lighting to create a sense of tension and suspense. On the other hand, the color is very saturated when the public people is shown and there is high-key lighting. Furthermore, there are long takes of handheld shots which can be used to show immediacy and urgency, further enhancing the realism as if the audience were in the moment in the film. However, the camera sometimes focuses on the objects that are once precious to the soldiers and left behind before their sacrifices. These objects can symbolize their identity and perhaps their family. In some scenes, the camera would have a close-up of the soldier's face before their sacrifices, displaying the soldier's emotion as their madness has driven them to that result. The film has a few trademarks that are all characteristics of the director Guan Hu's style. These trademarks include the use of lighting and composition to emphasize the human experiences in war. Proxemics are used in this scene, such as the spatial relationship between the soldiers rushing in a small confined space, which also again links to the social cultural context of the spirit of sacrifice and the struggle for survival. The pace of the film overall has a balance between fast and slow paces. However, in this scene, we can see that in action scenes, it can be quite fast paced to the point where there is no focus on a certain character. There are examples of diegetic sounds such as explosions, soldiers running, and gunfire. However, during the action scenes inside the building, there are intense and dramatic non-diegetic sounds, enhancing the intensity of the war atmosphere. However, when it cuts to the passerby public people right across the building, it cuts to no music as they watch the horror of the soldiers sacrificing themselves. This draws attention to the reaction and the raw emotion that is shown. It links to the social cultural context, reflecting on the social inequality with the rich people having to observe the soldiers sacrifice themselves. In the scene, we can see that the good, or the protagonists are the Chinese soldiers, whilst the Japanese soldiers are the antagonists. Additionally, the film follows a non-linear narrative structure where it doesn't have a lead character throughout, as the soldiers are presented collectively, reflecting the reality of war.